Hey y'all, hey, welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, I hope everybody's having a blessed Wednesday. I already got my lime margarita cut water, so I'm starting early so I can cut up along with the cut water, okay? Let me get my copyright disclaimer out the way. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, and educational purposes. Thank you, guys. Little sis, what it do? What it do, Time Warp sis? What it do? Kindly hit that like button for me as you come in. And also, if you're just scrolling by the video, just kindly hit the like button for me, okay? Hey, LaQuanda, what's going on? What's going on? And make sure y'all follow that good Twitchy Twitch, okay? Also, I have a YouTube goal. It's an incentive given to content creators by YouTube. So, guys, help me reach that, okay? It's been a while. Hey, Robin, what's going on? What's going on? LaQuanda said, hey, Gretchen. Gretchen in hibernation, baby. Gretchen, and I might have to pull out for my new segments I want to do, okay? What's going on, Robin? What's going on, Erica? What's going on, Barbie? Nisha, what's going on? Bless Holly, what it do, baby? Yolanda, what it do? What's going on, Adrian? Hey, Rhonda. What's going on? Why isn't nobody getting arrested for Nolan? Give me y'all thoughts, and I want to play a couple of lives that's been done. I'm just gonna play the audio of them, okay? What's going on, honey Houston? What's going on, sister? Um, it's crazy to me that it keeps being videos, first arrest, second arrest, now the third arrest made in the death of Nolan Wells, but it has nothing to do with Nolan. It has everything to do with Judge Ashley Cole. But she's alive. Judge Ashley Cole is just honestly still walking the earth. She's alive. She's well. Everything's dandy on her end. Where is the arrest for Nolan Wells? I'm gonna play the video of Nancy Grace as well because she had Miss Netta over there talking about the audio. The audio that Officer Ruckus said, hey, Byron, what's going on? Honey Houston, what it do, sister? D the Goddess of Love, what's going on? Y'all drop D the Goddess of Love's link, please. Please drop a link. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Kiki, baby. Officer Tatum said that those was missed. Those phone calls that everybody heard was just made up. What we got from Miss Netta was made up. But Nancy Grace, producer, shout out to Nancy Grace. Drop Nancy Grace's link too. What up, TT sis? Nancy Grace, producer, an engineer, went and did the same thing that Miss Netta did. And it came out just as clear to me. With the same exact thing. Bart's name being mentioned. I think you unalived him being mentioned. Yeah. All of that good stuff. What up, Samad? All that good stuff is in the audio. So who unalived? Who unalived Nolan? And the audio came from the Marine people. Hey, Laleezy, baby. It came from them. Netta's gonna say where it came from. So this wasn't a YouTube content creator or nothing. This came from the reliable source, the source where the phone call was released. No new autopsy. Hey, LaShondra, baby. No new autopsy. Well, the results. They want to keep, if it's nothing but a drowning, what's the problem? Don't that just kind of pique your interest that it was a drowning? This is what Sheriff John said when he went to the scene with, he's not even, hey, Octavian. He's not even the medical examiner, but he already called it a drowning. Then Warren goes over to Officer Tatum and say, I thought Nolan would wake up. Thank you. I thought Nolan would wake up. Wake up from what? But we skip over that. Hey, Mama Kim. Okay, honey. We skip past Warren saying he thought Nolan was gonna, wake up somebody that wasn't with him, that was fully woke. Hey, Sagittarius, bruh. How was Nolan not with y'all, but you thought he was gonna wake up? We're gonna hear about the phone calls and everything. We gotta take this back to remember how this started, because Warren also said that he called his mother. Hey, Rhapsody, baby. I called his mother. So Tatum tried to point that out, that Warren called the mother, but why didn't you tell Miss Christine that you had his phone? I want to read the report because we're here. Absolutely justice for Nolan. Y'all throw some blue hearts in the chat. I want to read the police report while we're here as well, because I got to get to some other content later on, okay? Something in this water on Horn Island just ain't right. You know how they say it's something in the water? It wasn't Nolan. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Thank you. But let's get into it. Let's read the report first. Let's read this report and then get into what Ben Crump had to say. Shout out to Ben Crump as well. Let me get this police report pulled up. Because I had his phone, right? But not even did they have his phone, they had his, y'all know if y'all got his car, bump the keys, they got his car. Hey, Holistic Royalty, what's going on? I signed the petition for Nolan's case to be investigated. LaShonda, if you could send me that petition, because I haven't seen it. Let's get into this police report. Hey, Clarnetta. Missing person. Police officer Shay Smith. 7/5/2026 at 10:05. Involved entities. This is the crazy part. This right here, because I want to show y'all. Don't that say Bart Joseph? Don't that say Bart Joseph? Involved entities. Bart Joseph. So they just keep abusing our black men. Carmela Anthony, 36 years, for self-defense. Nolan accidentally drowned, but throat and lungs missing. Okay? Now remember, Bart's attorney said, quit spinning narratives. How is Bart on the police report, y'all, as an involved entity? Don't y'all see that? Involved entity. Bart Joseph Edmonston Jr., Jerry Ralph Atkerson. Never heard about Jerry. Now they got Bart's age on here, right? Y'all see that 21? Let me open it up. It's at age 21. What's Joseph's age? Hey, Maisha. Hey, Tabney. Where is Joseph's age? Hmm. It said the state, Mississippi, type, vessel, the color white, the model unknown, the make, Triton boats. Why they got the make and the model of the boat on the police report if he was missing on the island? He drowned on the island. Can somebody ask me why they got the boat information on her? Oh, hey, Tay Ebony. It said, let's get to it. On Saturday, July the 4th, 2026, at 23:49 hours. What's 23? What's 23:46, y'all? Because 12 o'clock would have been, okay, that's 11:49. On Saturday, July the 4th, 2026 at 11:49, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, remember that name, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, which is where Miss Netta got that phone call and did her analysis on that phone call that Wyatt made, where he told everybody to shut the fuck up because they were saying too much. They didn't know he was on the phone. Lieutenant Patrick Karn was advised by dispatch of a caller reporting a missing male, Nolan Wells, on Horde Island. The caller told dispatcher her 18-year-old son rode to Horn Island on a vessel with friends and was last seen around 1500 hours. His phone was in his friend's truck, and all the friends said they had returned from the island. How was the phone? Hey, Chai. How did Bart do? But LaShondra, remember the didn't he say Bart's not involved? Hey, 3000. Didn't he say he's gonna sue content creators for putting Bart in this? How in the hell did Bart fill out this report if he wasn't there? Why didn't warn the bro, the buddy, the best friend, how the murderer filed the police report to cover his tracks? Hey, Leslie, Tracy on. She said, facts, Bart wasn't there. Supposedly he was out of town. But he filed this report. Hey, Keenan. I thought in the beginning they said Bart was out of town. Oh. How do Bart? Because remember, even when before they said that, didn't Warren say Bart was gone? He had to ride back with Wyatt. Why would Bart even report anything about Nolan? Because Nolan never got on the boat, said Warren to Uncle Ruckus. Didn't he say my buddy Bart came in town, so Nolan rode with Wyatt? So I rode with Bart. I'm just trying to, hey Shane, LaShondra, I'm just trying to, I mean, black and white don't lie, does it, Officer Tatum? Or are you going to say that's mythical too? I'm trying to understand, how did Bart have anything to do with reporting a fuck thing? Miss Parker, Bart done told Line he was out of town. He was on his boat, Katie and two other girls. Hey, honey, 5K. I'm trying to make it make sense. Hey, 80s Bless. Hey, sis. Bart made the report, but Bart wasn't Nolan's friend. He was Warren's friend. And I thought Warren said that he called and was doing, like, I called the mom. So when you called the mom, why didn't you tell the mother that you had his phone? Why did she have to do a Life 360? How Bart going to fill out a missing person report on Nolan when he claims he wasn't there? Leslie. Ben Crumb. Why isn't nobody getting arrested for Nolan is the question. Maybe that's why Warren said to Nolan, you crazy, because Nolan was talking to Katie and Warren probably knew Bart was coming. That's what Leslie said at the very beginning. Leslie Bean, that's in the chat, definitely said that. Hey, Brian. But I'm trying to make it make sense, y'all. If y'all taking in what I'm putting down, Warren said he called the mom and he called somebody else. He never said Bart did a damn thing, did he? Because that would have been good to know in an interview. That would have been, hey, something sweet. That would have been good to know in the interview, right? Let's finish. They said that his phone was in his friend's truck, and all the friends said they returned from the island. I thought the phone was on the boats. Now the phone is in the truck. So the phone went from the boats to the truck. Anybody? Based on information provided at the time, Kern asked dispatch to forward the reporting party, Christine Wells Wansley, to Jackson County Sheriff Office, JCSO, to make an official missing persons report. Shortly thereafter, dispatch advised the reporting party was calling JCSO and that the United States Coast Guard had been notified. No, he didn't. He just kept saying my buddy talking in codes because he didn't want to mention Fart's name, I guess. At approximately 1:38 hours on July 5th, Karan spoke with Ocean Springs Police Department regarding the complaint and advised that JCSO would be taking lead on the case. Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Holistic. And don't y'all think for a second. Don't y'all think for 1 second that they're not going to send a donation to that college that Bart's supposed to go to. They're going to send a big, healthy portion of that money so he can still go to that college to play football, and be the star that they say he was supposed to be. And we ain't never heard he was a star. We heard Nolan was the star, but that they will be taking lead on the case. Karan also spoke with JCSO Lieutenant Autumn, the shift supervisor, who said they had taken the initial report. He said his deputies had spoke with several friends that traveled to the island on the vessel with Nolan, and that when they left, he was in the company of an unknown female, and that he chose to remain on the island. Y'all show is moving fast. Because the report just got put in and they just sent it to you, but they said pay attention to what's being said, y'all. Karan also spoke with JCSO Lieutenant Odom, the shift supervisor, who said they had taken the initial report. If y'all took the initial report, why did they have to hand it over to y'all? If they took... I'm going to go back one more time, listen to what's being said. Yeah, Chike, I agree. Listen what they give in Sin Warren's setup is up to 85K. Watch the movies. They show how to cover for each other, and they won't allow their own family and friends to cover it up. Did y'all see the embarrassing interview on Don? It was disgusting. Who interviewed on Don? And that's where the cover up started at that moment. Absolutely, something sweet. Absolutely. Now listen. It said on Saturday, July the 4th, 2026, at 11:49 p.m., Mississippi Department of Marine Sources MDMR Lieutenant Patrick Caron was advised by dispatch of a caller reporting a missing male, Nolan Wells, on Horn Island. The caller told dispatch her 18-year-old son rode to Horn Island on a vessel with friends and was last seen around 1500 hours. His phone was in a friend's truck, and all the friends said they returned from the island based on the information provided at the time. Caron asked dispatch to forward the reporting party forward. Like, let's get this over to them. He told the dispatch to forward the reporting Christine Wells Wansley to Jackson County Sheriff's Office, JCSO, to make an official missing report. Shortly thereafter, dispatch advised the reporting party was calling JCSO and the United States Coast Guard have been notified. It's another Tatum out here talking like he's friends of Nolan's family, another Ninja Master. At approximately 01:38 hours on July 5th, 2026, Caron spoke with Ocean Springs Police Department regarding the complaint. The family said they don't know the barber like that allegedly. Ain't that sick? Hey, Belinda. They called him regarding the complaint and advised that JCSO would be taking the lead on the case. Caron also spoke with JCSO Lieutenant Odom, the shift supervisor, who said they had taken the initial report. Well, how the fuck y'all take the report if they took the report and they're forwarding it to y'all? Okay, TT? If they're forwarding the report to y'all, who said they had taken the initial report? She didn't contact y'all. The mama didn't contact y'all, so who contacted y'all? Hey, Lady LeMay. Yeah, Love Jones. I'm reading a police report that ain't adding up. We'll get to that, Love Jones, in just a second. That's why the grandfather called the CTO on his main line, now recording line, is taking so long because they really messed this up trying to cover it up. And that's when they got back from the judge's house. 12:38 a.m. was the official cover-up time. How do he say, I took the initial report? Hey, Oklahoma Unc, what's going on? Oh, my goodness. Nice seeing you. We got to make the report. He said, I'm the one who took the initial report. No, you're not. No, you're not. When she called these people, the MS people, they said we're gonna send this over to them. On the paper, it doesn't have you guys' name on it, Mr. Odom. They're going to jail. The feds got to step in. But hold on, let's finish. He said, The complainant advised that JCSO will be taking the lead on the case. Karan also spoke with JCSO Lieutenant Odom, the shift supervisor, who said they had taken the initial report. He said his deputies had already spoken with several friends that traveled to the island on the vessel. How you talk to all them people when the report is being forwarded to you at this moment? How do you even know who he was with to talk to? Hey, Brandy. Welcome, baby. The report's just taking place, so how do you go talk to any? Make it make sense. He said deputies spoke with several friends that traveled to the island on the vessel with Nolan, and that when they left, he was in the company of an unknown. Remember, they don't know Katie. But come out, everybody knows Katie. How they don't know Katie, but now everybody know Katie? We can't do this. Jerry was on that boat with them kids. He had a can of beer. An unknown female, and that he chose to remain at that island. Based on the information provided, Odom did not have reason to believe there were any water-related exigencies or emergencies. And he believed the most likely scenario, Nolan rode in on another vessel. Hold up, Mr. O. Hold up. In fact, indeed, what's our emergency? They don't try. They don't care about us at all. Thank you for joining the Twitch. Somebody help me out. That's what he said. It is, Brandy. It is, baby. I must say. He said, Odom did not have reason to believe there were any water-related exigencies or emergencies. Yeah, same gang, straight up. Same gang. You hear me? Thank you for the Silver Star WMC. Thank you. So you mean to tell me, same gang, that the boat sinking ain't an emergency? Somebody tell me, help me out with this one. In my opinion, it's enough evidence to lock them all up. Take the charge, just like your friends. What up, Roger? What's going on? Warren, bruh, exposed him saying he walks around the house calling black worthless niggas and losers. What? Sam! I done got you and Smokelahoma. Oh my God, Sam, how you been? What's up? Sam make me lose my whole train of thought, okay? Remember, y'all, Odom said there wasn't no emergencies, exigencies, or anything. And he believed the most likely scenario was Nolan rode in on another vessel, but did not have his phone in his possession to make contact with family. No further action was taken by Karan or his shift the morning of July 5th, 2026. Same gang, that's what I thought. If the boat's leaking, I'm on, that's an emergency. But got the nerve to call Nolan his bro. Warren was jealous Nolan because he looks like Freddy Krueger. Can y'all make it make sense to me right now? They said they didn't even do no further investigation or his shift the morning of July 5th, 2026. They said Nolan rode on another boat back Why are we on Horn Island? Why was the coach and everybody else going to Horn Island? If y'all keep saying he rode on another boat back to the lands. Hold on, y'all. At approximately 1800 hours on the evening of July 5th, 2026, Quran reported to the commanding post established by JCSO at Lake Mars Pier and assisted with efforts to include sending MDMR patrol vessels and a crew to the northwest tip of Horn Island to conduct sonar surveys of the area. The sonar surveys was inconclusive. Hold on, I gotta go to the other page. On July 5th at approximately 9 a.m., MDMR Lieutenant Colonel Jex requested drones assistance from MDR Captain Freeman as a part of a search and rescue for Nolan Wells at Horn Island. MDMR Lieutenant Matt Kosovich transported Freeman by vessel to Horn Island. At approximately 10 a.m., Freeman attempted 3 launches with no success. A software issue was identified and unable to be repaired in the field. At approximately 10:30 a.m., Freeman requested Senior Master Sergeant Shay Smith report for duty with additional drones. Freeman and Kosovich picked up Smith and transported him to Horn Island. At approximately 12:40 p.m., Smith launched the first drone flight. The launch location was at 3014.63N and 08-46.427 WPA. The search area was approximately 0.1 square miles and consisted of a parallel search pattern. The second flight launched at 1:22 p.m. from 3014.454N and 08-45966 WPA. The second flight ended abruptly due to battery separation from the drone. The excessive heat caused the lithium in the batteries to swell. Further flight attempts were canceled due to the excessive heat. Nolan Wells was not located during either flight. Anybody? Place the body back at the scene of the crime. Absolutely critical thinking. Come on, critical. Come on, critical. I been said that. They said nothing was there. Nothing was there. On neither of these attempts. Okay? That's exactly what they did. That's why he was so decomposed. Because remember, listen to what's being said, critical, y'all. The heat was so hot that the lithium, y'all would have thought the way they say he was so decomposed. See, they didn't know where to put his body. So he was just toasted in that heat. And they knew his ass was starting to smell. Somebody was going to pick up on to that. It's weird as hell that he washed up that close to land. Shaking my head. He was put there. And where was his shoes? Those YT folks need to be ashamed. So y'all mean to tell me Nolan just wanted to stay on this beach, no shirt, no nothing, no phone, no nothing. Nolan didn't want shit on him but his blue shorts. That Warren them said was black, by the way. That the best friend, said was black. But he got all them pictures with, let Officer Tatum say it, all them pictures with Nolan in blue shorts. They jumping on Nolan Xavier Wells at an AV house at a pool party. He got into it with some friends. I can see that happening. I'm going by the paperwork. I see and said no one stays on the island, but Dad said people were there when he went. Brandy, come on, man. Like, we just gotta stop. On July 8th, At approximately, let me see. On July 8th, at approximately 13:41 hours, Jackson County Captain Christian Johnson requested GPS file, downloaded assistance from MDMR Captain Freeman as part of the search and rescue for Nolan Wells and Horn Island. Officer Shay Smith was assigned to download data contained on the vessel. On July 8th, at approximately 16:09 hours, MDMR Officer Shay Smith meets with Bart. Wait a motherfucker! Wait a minute! Let me show y'all so y'all won't think I'm lying. Let me get this comment out. Listen to who he met up with. Why not Warren? Because Bart gone. Remember Warren said to you, Uncle Ruckus, that Bart was gone, baby. This is good. This is real good, ain't it? Mm-hmm. He said, let me make it real big so y'all can see who he met with. He met with Bart. Look, let me take it over. Let me see. Damn it. Let me get back over. Let me get it. He met with Bart. Here we go. July 8th, at approximately 16:09 hours, Shay Smith met with who? Bart. Shay Smith met with Bart Edmondson. In the interview, Warren admits to Nolan getting on the boat when he said Katie said the last time he saw Nolan, he was getting on the boat with them, admitting to Nolan. Yeah, a Sam. Bart wasn't there. They said Bart was out of town. The lawyer said, "Hey, sweet honey." The lawyer said, if anybody say Bart's name, putting Bart in, Bart has nothing to do with this. Why the fuck is Bart meeting up with these people? Why is he meeting up with Shay Smith? Shay M. Smith. It's in the paperwork. It's in the paperwork. I believe they dumped his body off the boat on one of those trips to Fort Bayou that would give time for his body to drift back to the island. I think they laid him there. I think when they bought him there, they just dumped him face down. Hey, Candy sis. Hey, my did you want to be? What it do, sissy? That's what I think. The fact they issued this BS but mentioned some things are not confirmed. Like, what the hell is confirmed exactly? Who's Honey Bob? Somebody block you. Bart's name is called in audio. But remember, they said Bart wasn't critical. We know. Hey, Sergeant King. But Sergeant King, he can't be clout chasing a bag because guess what? He in the report. Why did Officer Shay meet with Bart? Let me show you what you need to stop doing. Coming in my chat, okay, honey? Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. See, they said you need to stop reading the report. I'm not. I bet I don't. The body wouldn't float back to the man. We know it. Body ain't great. Go right. Come on, man. Stop it. I believe Katie no more. But right now we on this police report. See what's going on, Movie Baby? What's going on, Big Red Diva? That's our problem. We gotta stay right here. That's how we keep losing real facts. Somebody told me that wait till you read the police report. And I couldn't understand, like, what's in the police report that's so significant. Thank you, sweet honey, for being a member for 16 months. Thank you for the silver star. Thank you. He was in one of those boats. They were 3 to 4 boats. They only have the royalty. If I do an interview and I say, I rode in your boat, but the person that's unalive rode in somebody else's boat, why are they meeting up with the person why they not meeting up with Wyatt, the boat that he rode in? Because remember, they say he didn't come back. Why are they meeting with Bart? He didn't ride on Bart's boat. Thank you, sweet honey. That's what I'm trying to get to y'all head. He never rode in Bart's boat per Warren. He rode with Wyatt. So I'm trying to understand, why is Bart meeting up with the detective Shay? Because remember, Warren even said he had to ride back with Wyatt because Bart helped him with the boat and left. So that means only thing they would probably do is go talk to Bart, not meet with Bart. Because he was never on Bart's boat per Warren. Hello? I got caught in bag. Come on, Sergeant King. That's all I'm trying. We smarter than this, y'all. We smarter than this. Bart's name. We're not talking about the audio right now. Let's get away from the audio for a minute. You get what I'm saying? Something sweet? Let's get away from the audio for a second. Let's talk about this report. Why, if I didn't ride with y'all, why are you meeting with the detective? The person that I rode with will meet with the detective, correct? Am I tripping? Why is Bart Edmonston meeting up with Detective Shay? But hey, to each his own. If y'all ain't getting what I'm putting down, then I don't know what to say. Let's get back to what he said. On July the 8th, 2026, at approximately 16:09 hours, MDMR officer Shay Smith meets with Bart Edmonston Jr., located at Woo-de-Woo Ocean Springs. Edmonston provided Smith with his driver's license and boat registration card. Edmonston signed the permission to search form and escorted Smith down the pier. Nolan allegedly was never on his boat. Per the buddy old pal, my brother best friend Warren, it was always Wyatt's boat. He escorted Smith down the pier. Vessel Whoop-de-Woo was in a boat lift on the north side of the residence. The vessel contained a pair of Garmin GPS map chart plotters and a wired Forsana waypoint and chart sharing syncing. Smith inserted a 32 GB card into the unit and followed the prompts to copy data to the memory card. A single ADM file was downloaded and labeled as MI 1295CB ADM. On July the 8th, at approximately 17:10 hours, MDR Officer Shay met with Jerry Ackerson and Jennifer. Ain't Jerry the grandpa? Is Jerry not the grandfather? Put a yes or no. Ain't Jerry the grandfather, y'all? Hey, Lala. Is Jerry the grandfather? Absolutely critical. He said so they have all this information, but no arrest. Come on, why ain't nobody getting arrested for Nolan? They said, yep, yes. Okay, Bradley said yes, he's a grandfather with a lot of pulling connections. Because they wrote back in Bart's boat, la la. Let's see what they said with Jerry. Let's see what Jerry. So they met with Jerry and Jennifer Perron, located at something Biloxi, Mississippi. Atkinson provided Smith with driver's license and a vessel registration. Atkinson signed the permission to search form, which was in the driveway of the residence. The vessel contained a GPS charter plotter. Smith inserted the card in the unit and followed prompts to copy data to the memory. A single ADN file was downloaded and labeled as whatever the numbers are. Who's Jennifer? Why do they need to talk to Jerry and Jennifer? Ariana, I agree. But look, why do they keep saying, why did Officer Tatum keep stressing that the boat got towed? Somebody make it make sense. Why do we keep hearing, we heard from the people themselves say the tow was canceled. The tow was canceled. Yet Officer Tatum kept saying, yeah, when the boat got towed. By who? Hey, Shawana. Nobody's going to get arrested because the wealthy people know why and how this happened. But if this conspiracy would have been a pew-pew in the hood, feds would be full effect with worldwide media. I agree. This cover up is thick, baby. Hey, thicker than thieves. His old ass was on that boat. Yeah, who is Jennifer? Another character. Why they talk to Jennifer? Because per Warren, in the interview, I want y'all to keep going back to this police report and what Warren said in the interview. What no adults there. Now, I can see them wanting to talk to Jerry because it was his boat. But why they talk to Jennifer is the question. I don't know if they were sinking or not. I think that was part of the play. Absolutely. And you know, panicking and ain't no telling what they could have did on that boat, panicking and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Because he's trying to set a narrative. At times, I think that too, when they can deny evidence of foul play in our faces and their mask of inequality is off. She said, why it's grandpa? Absolutely. Candy, that's Katie's sister. If this was a group of African American kids, wouldn't be that. Man, Ariana, they would have been in jail. It'd have been coverage, Ariana, because we'd have been fighting to get their ass up out of jail. It's given he's covering things up and working for these people. I'm sick of Brandon Tatum. That dude need a gag order put on him. And then y'all try to play somebody leaving him a threatening message. Get off the brakes, motherfucker. We know that you get we know if anybody getting threatened, your house nigga ass is. We know that. Like, it's not even nothing for you to get played like, oh, me and my kids and my wife, everybody's being threatened. Everybody's being threatened. Miss Netta, Willie D, Miss Christine and her husband, everybody's being threatened. So we can kill the shit. And they over in the comments, oh my God, oh no, this got to stop. It need to stop then all the way around the board. How you fight for justice for your kid and get threatened and this being overlooked? But everybody that's threatening their asses is getting locked up. And then y'all keep making titles saying, somebody been arrested for the Nolan Wilson. No, they haven't. person has been arrested. Not for Judge Ashley Cole. Put that in your title. Somebody's been arrested for threatening Judge Ashley Cole. Another arrest has been made for threatening Judge Ashley Cole. Clean, I'm just saying. Them friends not being threatened. That's another part of the play to distract. Man, and y'all know, come on, LaShondra. People gonna threaten. I mean, it was threats with the Carmelo Anthony case. The Proud Boys was threatening the black people. Black people got the threatening. That shit happened. But what about Miss Christine's people that's threatening her? Are we not? Oh, okay. Until I heard threats are being made, arrests is being made for Miss Christine, then we'll get on another level around this motherfucker. Until then, we ain't going. Thank you for the flow state. Thank you. Just saying. Remember, they above 18, but they're kids when suspected and treated innocent. If black kids do something, they're guilty. Off the muscle. They're playing in our faces in all different type of ways. They're silently telling everyone, shut up. That's why everyone threatened to get arrested. Yes. That's why they arrested their asses. To show us we not playing with y'all. If y'all don't be quiet, we getting y'all asses. Why y'all think Bart's people is trying to come after people like Tisa Tales, the Shank Rocks and all of them, Willie D's and all of them? Y'all not going to mess up Bart's career, even though we giving the school a healthy donation. Mm-hmm. Now, y'all wasn't planning on giving double the donation, but with these allegations of Bart's funky ass. Mm-hmm. You got to. Right, what's the name of this game? That's some YT shit, because black people, we don't make threats, we make promises. The Fed's really going to get involved for the judge, not no other reason. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It shows something sweet. It showed. She said, oh, that's different. Somebody said, exactly. This is another drama that will never get solved properly. I said that, Ariana. I did. No feds involved because Horn Island is a federal jurisdiction. Come on, Bradley. It's right there in our face. They are really playing in our face. They threatened to take her nursery license from her. For what? For what? When somebody can honestly give me an honest answer on what, like, I ain't never seen people lose their kid and they get sued. I ain't never seen people lose a kid and they get threatened. I ain't never seen this in American history. It's giving Emmett Till vibes. They killed Emmett, and them people were still being harassed after they killed Emmett the way they did. Till they ran them people completely out of town. Is this not giving Emmett Till vibes? Where's Nolan's birthday celebration being held? I don't know, Brandy. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Dang, I thought I heard Ben Crump say the feds were involved in mess. They expected for all that to be under the rug. They ended up being exposed. Because she wants to know what happened to her son. They don't care about what happened to Nolan. She posted on her Facebook page because people have been going on Christine's website, putting bad reviews. On her website, though. They try to teach his mother a lesson by asking too many questions, and I hope they move away from her ASAP. We melanin people need to realize that we are the most hated, disrespected people. Let's get back to it. On July 9, 2026, at approximately 900 hours, Officer Shay Smith made a working copy of each of the ADM files. Smith used Garmin Home Port to open the files. Each file contained the following. It contained waypoints, tracks, routes, PowerPoint slides, displayed over the satellite imagery. 7-4, 9:56 vessel departs El Camino Railroad for Horn Island. 11:14 a.m. vessel arrives at the west tip of Horn Island. 11:15 GPS dropping points consist with stationary position in GPS. 16:31 vessel departs. So 12. Let me see. 13. Because that's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. Hold the hell up. Because it say 16:31 vessel departs west tip of Horn Island. So they left at 4:30. Because and then I know I ain't tripping. And I know I ain't the fastest at the math. Give me a second. Because 12 p.m. Hold on now. 12, 13 is 1, 14 is 2, 15 is 3, 16 is 4. Hold up. It said at 16:31, which is 4:31, vessel departs west tip of Horn Island, northbound, speed between 0.6 and 4.2 knots for 2.7 miles. Wait a minute. I thought they left the island at 3 o'clock. Hey, Nika sis. I thought they left the island at 3 o'clock. Am I lying? What you mean ADI? Get Deborah. Stephanie, y'all put a 1 in the chat if they didn't say they left at 3 o'clock. Northbound speed between 0.6 and 4.2 knots for approximately 2.7 miles. Did they not say they left at 3 o'clock? Okay, Stephanie. Okay, LaShonda. Oh, wait. I don't understand. Yeah, Mary. Yeah, they only took 4:31. It say right here, this is from Shay Smith. Remember Shay Smith, when I'm telling y'all he's going to Grandpa Jerry's house and everybody, he's putting this little gigabyte thing into their vessels to get the coordinates of those boats. So it gets the timing of everything. It say the vessel departs the west tip of Horn Island at 16:31. That's 4:31. But remember when Javon said that Tristan's funk ass was fighting, and he said it was around 3:40. He left for about 15, 20 minutes, came back. He said Nolan wasn't on that island. Remember Warren's real mama said 5 o'clock. Yeah. Hey, Tootie. Warren said he last seen Nolan at 3. Come on, Erica. Eric, come on. Javon said that they fought at 3:40. That Trace didn't fought. He said he didn't see him. Keep that time in her, because this is the coordinates. I'm just going to show y'all so y'all won't be saying I'm making up lies and shit. 16:31. 16:31. Right there on 26. Let me show y'all where it say departed. It say vessel departs. (1725), vessel regains normal operation. Speed to 30 to 35 knots. Thank you, Big Red Diva. So when they went out that 2.75 miles, he said vessel regains normal operation speeds to 30 to 35 knots. Because remember when the vessel was leaving and got out there to 2.75 miles, it said the speed was 0.6 to 4.2 knots for approximately 2.7 miles. 1744, vessel arrives at El Camino Real Road. Let's go back to who stayed at El Camino. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Because Bart was in Ocean Springs. Biloxi. So I seen El Camino Road in here somewhere. We'll get back to that. 1744, vessel arrives at El Camino Road. 1752, vessel departs El Camino Railroad and headed east into Fort Bayou. 1806, vessel returns to El Camino Road. The holes are starting to leak. It's not just adding up. Keep giving Bart that word. No NFL for him, okay? Justice for Nolan from Michigan, okay, Eric? He was hit by that boat. Was it on purpose? Or was it an accident, Steve? Now, Steve, we know you. You definitely play for the other side, you know? You do. It was an accident, Steve. He was hit by that boat. Let's finish reading. Y'all know Steve for the opposition. All of a sudden. 7/4/2026. 1836, vessel departs El Camino Road and heads southwest to St. Martin Bayou, turns southeast, Biloxi Bay Bridge. Remember, Grandpa lives in Biloxi. Grandpa Jerry's in Biloxi now. It says 7/4/2026 at 1836. Okay, because that's, hold on. 18. 17 is 5. And this is at 6, y'all. 6:36 p.m. 6:36 p.m. Yeah, Wyatt's house. It said July the 4th, 2026 at 6:36 p.m. The vessel departs El Camino Road, heads southwest to St. Martin Bayou, turns southeast to Biloxi Bay Bridge, then back north to Fort Bayou. Boat launch. We gotta remember, this boat was once sinking. Y'all think we gonna put something on? We ain't getting no. We panicking. What Warren said, we're panicking. We're panicking though, Lala. Something tell me Grandpa Nolan coming up. Yeah, Miss Mugger. Mm-hmm. But y'all going here and there and everywhere on this boat. Grandpa's a Seacraft sales for years and well connected. Most of the friends in this scenario are connected and protected. Why? Y'all wondering why ain't nobody got arrested yet for Nolan? Pay attention. Warren, you lied. Mm-hmm. Because Ashley said 4:30. See, the mama, the stepmama, the judge, the higher up, she had their story together for them. Because she had got their GPS coordinates. Because remember when Officer Ruckus was saying, yeah, it ain't no connection out there, and Nancy Grace like, no, bring it back, objection. You mean to tell me that you're saying that the boys didn't have no connection on Horn Island? Yeah, I mean, they had connection. It was just poor because I was there and my connection was poor. Remember, Warren said nobody takes their phone in the water. Didn't he say that? How Officer Tatum recording your ass on a phone or whatever kind of good camera y'all using on the island? Did anybody ever just think of that? Y'all motherfuckers doing a whole interview with some kind of device on this island, but he just told you in the interview with you, nobody takes a cell phone in that water. I'm just saying, always knitting in some mind. I'm just saying. I thought it was so hypocritical. I said, is anybody paying attention that an interview is being done with a device on the island? But Warren just said nobody takes their phone on the island in that water. Warren said he called his mama on Horn Island. But the mama said she took a picture with the mama put in her statement. If y'all go over there on Facebook, I already gave y'all this information to go get her statement. She said, I was there, but I was only there for 10 minutes and I took a picture of Warren and his brother. But your mama took, I said, so your Mimi took her phone in the water? Are we listening to these stuff, to this shit to hear what we want to hear from them? Are we listening to it in duality? I really want to know that from y'all. Because I'm listening to everything, but I'm going by what I'm seeing too. Like, I'm listening to it all. I don't want to just hear a specific thing. I want to hear the whole. If I got to go back through that bitch again, I am. You have to have evidence of wrongdoing. BRG. Is that audio not enough? Is that audio? Because we're going to hear from Ben Crump saying he's got people working on that audio himself. See, he can't use Miss Netta's or Nancy Grace's. Come on, Critical. We know it's a lie. Come on, Candy. That CETA operator must have heard something because remember she said, is there any living bodies? Why did she say that? She definitely said that, Maisha. I'm glad somebody's hearing stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Why would she ask them about any... Mia, you hear me? Did she say that, y'all? Did y'all hear? Didn't y'all hear her say it? Maisha, you caught a good one. Mm-hmm. Critical said, yeah, right. I think she heard it too. She absolutely. That's why he said, shut the fuck up. Then you Wyatt. Then you Wyatt. You told everybody, shut the fuck up. Cause she asked him that because she heard him in the background, like Nancy Grace, Netta, and all of us. Hey, 90s baby. What if they didn't do it? Then what? Lock up innocent person. You can't be justice for all. You can't. I'm gonna tell you why you can't be justice for all. You just justice for some. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause you saying, what if they didn't do it? We don't have Miss Netta and we had Nancy Grace to say, I know Netta, I don't know her. I don't got no problem with the lady. I don't know. I'm gonna get my engineer to chop this shit up. I'm gonna get my engineer to chop this shit up. And the same results, but Nancy's came out so much clearer. It did. That something happened to that boy on that boat. I think you killed him. Which again, to Maisha saying, did y'all hear the lady from the Ceto say, is everybody alive on the boat? He wants us to talk about, let me find it. They want us to talk about the coke and the alcohol, baby. Something that we ain't got the toxicology report, baby. This is a Nolan Wells hater, baby. They want us to lie on this platform and say that he was doing drugs and coke because Officer Tatum put it out there without a toxicology report. Everybody was doing coke then. Then change that motherfucking shit and say, why are we not discussing the alcohol and coke that the boys was allegedly doing? Now there's 35 reports of him doing coke. Do you think that we don't know that it would be 35 reports of him doing coke? Thank you, Mia. They was all drinking. Then Warren say, why you ain't just talking about Warren drinking? Why you ain't talking about none of the underage drinking, period? Nobody never not said they didn't know that Warren Nolan then was probably drinking. Hell, my kids was drunk on the 4th. Shit, fuck is you talking about? I don't know if everybody admit that they kids was stoned or drunk on the 4th, but mine was while they was with me. Don't come in here just pointing fingers at Nolan if you're not going to talk about it all. See, I'm the type to want to talk about everybody. And if you ain't going to come here and give your thoughts on what you think happened to Nolan, get your ass out of here. Give a damn. The coach said he looked good. And he didn't look like he was inebriated. You don't want to talk about that though, right? Because you're a teabagger. See, I don't like teabagging motherfuckers. I don't like teabaggers. See, a teabagger suck somebody's balls and go around without evidence sucking nuts. I don't even teabag. Okay? And until you get the toxicology report, then you come and talk to me about drugs and alcohol. Get his bitch ass out of here, moderators. We ain't definitely not talking about alcohol and drugs, but you take your teabagging ass over to Tatum. Okay? Now, when the toxicology report comes out, audience, I don't give a fuck who you think's ignorant. Your mammy's ignorant. Okay? Let me help him out. Give me a second. People crying, what was me over a drowning. But you over here want my attention real bad. They over here, but they want to be a part of us so bad. Ain't that crazy? Stay over there with your kind. They act like if he was a kid, his personal business. Man, why we not talking about the underage drinking altogether? Eric said racists follow us on every platform, don't they? They do. Y'all over here crowning about a drowning. That's the ignorance. Let's get back to these coordinates and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Brandy said the only response they get from me is the most disrespectful shit that comes to my mind. They know who we are. They stole the birthright and the clock is ticking. Go back and replay Trey Songz's interview, Miss Parker. He indirectly telling it. Tracy. We're going to get to a lot of stuff real quick, Juju, baby. We need to find Brandon Tatum's page. He up there. He on there. So, remember, now, they go to the Biloxi Bridge at 1836, which is 6:36 p.m. July 4th, 1919, the vessel arrives at Fort Bayou and launches. At 1947, the vessel was trailered to Cardinal Lane. At 1959 is the last data point on record for the 4th of July. Hey, Ebo. On 9:32 a.m., the vessel was powered on. At 9:51 p.m. on the 5th, it was powered on. The vessel moves 52 feet. At 9:53 p.m., it was powered on. At 10:27, it was powered on. At 16:50, MDR Officer Strickland. This is still the 5th, y'all. At 16:50. Right, Fat Evan. At 16:50, MDM Officer Strickland powered on GPS photo of spring for search coordinates. It's a whole hour, y'all. Listen to this. From 1650 to 1810. We got a whole hour and some change. We got a whole hour in like 10 minutes. It was powered on the 7th. Oh, we got a whole new day. Because he was searching for coordinates from 1650. Because remember, y'all, 7 on July the 5th, 2026, at 10:27, it was powered on. It never said where the boat was going or nothing. From 10:27 to 1650, he started looking for coordinates. No coordinates has been shown. We get to the 7th on 1810. If it was an accident, why they need to cover up? Come on, Sheila. It was just a simple, we hit him. I didn't mean to hit him with the boat. I ain't see him in the water. That's called accidental. Okay, Murray? If they did hit him with the boat, that's called accidental. Y'all check out how the movement was in the location that was headed to the first cover-up spot. 7/7/26. 1810, it was powered on. But it don't got no coordinates where it was going or nothing. Then we got July the 8th, 1713. MDMR Officer Smith powered on GPS, permission to search, and files downloaded. On July the 8th, 2026, at approximately 13:41 hours, Jackson County Captain Christian Johnson requested the GPS file downloaded assistance from the MDR Captain Freeman as part of the search and rescue for Nolan Wells at Horn Island. Officer Shay Smith was assigned to download data contained on the vessels. On July 8th, at approximately 16:09, officers. Wait a minute. I'm behind. Wait, let me go to this one. Okay, I'm on the right one. Okay, my bad, y'all. What up, Latasha? but they don't want to take accountability either criminally or civilly. That's why they was fundraising now. Cook up, sis. Man, she said, damn it, Bart. Bart did it. Green Eyed Monster. On July 5th, at approximately 11:55 hours, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources Officer Marine Patrol Master Sergeant Jacob Strickland received a call from Captain William Freeman to locate and interview a female subject that was possibly involved with the missing person on Long Island. Thank you, Latasha, sis. Strickland reported to the residents of Laney Naquin and Pascagoula, Mississippi, who initially reported to be on the Horn Island with the group. We ain't never heard of Laney. It's a new character. Where my character sheet, baby? And I'm on that cold water. Y'all know I ain't taking no shit. Where's my notes? From Horn Island. Laney. Wait a minute, y'all. So I got to add Laney to the. Where's my? Y'all cannot find my Nolan Wells notes because I got to add these characters on. I just can't be letting these characters slide through the crack now because I ain't never heard of Laney. Now who the hell is Laney, y'all? Got to talk about it. Where is my man? Why my stuff just be missing like that? I'm gonna have to take some new notes. Esther Darius mini weapon, not third. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like to keep my little notes, handy dandy notes together. You get what I'm saying? So I apologize to y'all, but y'all know I be taking my notes in. I know I had all my little characters there for a reason. Man, say, I suppose. Let me make new notes. Could Laney been the girl that told Whitey where the keys was? Let's write these notes down. Make sure y'all taking y'all notes too. Cause see, I go back and look at my notes. Cause I write down what they didn't say, what they said, you know. And I make sure I put a star and put characters involved. Officer Tatum, Officer Sheriff John. Let me put Laney right here. And I know the rest when I go down. Thank you for the flower, Lala. Oh, no, I had some cold water and some tequila, and baby, I was lit. I'm not messing with you, Miss Parker, okay? This lime margarita, girl, and it's 12.5, y'all. Yeah. Now, let's get to it. It said, Jay Strickland reported to the residents of Laney Naquin, who was initially reported to be on Horn Island with a group of people associated with Nolan Wells. When interviewed, Naquin stated that she had already spoken. Listen, y'all. Listen to this. She had already spoken with Jackson County Sheriff's Department investigators and stated she was not on Horn Island, but in fact was on Petit Bois Island with a different group of friends. Quinn stated that she knew Wells but had not seen him or spoken to him in over a year. Hold the hell up. Listen to this, y'all. Pay attention to what I'm putting down. Absolutely, Juju. Why did Officer Strickland go over to Laney's? And Laney said, when interviewed, Laney stated that she had already spoken with Jackson County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff John. Now, why is Sheriff John talking to people before people that's being told to go talk to people. Remember, Sheriff John is the one who went on the beach and said, "Oh, he drowned. Nothing to see here." Lainey don't understand why they asking her anything. Said, "Oh, so she already had." Come on, Bradley, now. She said she ain't seen Nolan in over a year. She said she was on Petite Island. Said she know Nolan. Said she was with a whole group of other people. Haley Lee. Said she was with a whole group of people on another island. She ain't seen Nolan in about a year. And that Officer John done already snuck up over her and talked to me. Officer John. Officer Strickland followed up on some other possible names associated with Wells that may have seen him at Horn Island that day. Because why would Officer Strickland, think about this, why would Officer Strickland go over to Laney's if didn't nobody say Laney's name? Yes, 12.5 in that can. Why would Officer Strickland go to Laney's? He says right next door to Horn Island. Officer Strickland followed up on some more possible names associated with Wells that may have seen him at Horn Island that day. Jacob Woods of Ocean Spring. Let me write Jacob's name down. He was not home when Strickland checked his residence. Officer Strickland reported to the residence of Drew Johnson. Wasn't home, I just didn't answer that door. Let me make sure I put a star by that. Wasn't home. Ocean Spring, Mississippi. No contact was made. Another not home. Put an arrow right there to him. At approximately 16:30 hours, Officer Strickland contacted Wyatt Pyrone's mother, Jennifer Pyrone, who said they left at 5 o'clock. Remember, she said, my son don't own a boat. And I was on the island. Your son said no parents was there. Hey, the Butterfly Boys. Your son said no parents was there because when no parents is there, they not there at all. Why didn't he say in that interview to Officer Tatum? I mean, my mom came, but she didn't ride with us or nothing, but she did. She was there for like 10 minutes or so, and me and my brother took a picture. Wouldn't that be important to know in an interview? We put it, Tatum said we put it all on the floor. They pointed the police in the wrong direction on purpose. They needed more to get their shit together. Horn Island is a part of a chain of islands all next to each other. There's Horn Island, Ship Island, Petite Boys Island, West Petite Boys Island, and Cat Island. Well, she said she was over there in Petite Island with another group of friends. At approximately 16:30 hours, Officer Strickland contacted Wyatt Pyrone's mother, Jennifer Pyrone, who stated Wyatt had already spoken to the Jackson County Sheriff Department. Hey, Miss Boss Lady. Why are you at my door, sir? We already talked to the Jackson County Sheriff's Department again. No, why ain't no communication that Sheriff John is down there running around all these kids' houses? Because remember, y'all said that they all close to each other, but if Laney wasn't there, why did Sheriff John find his way to Laney's before Officer Strickland? This is in the police report. I mean, hell, I ain't writing. I ain't write this shit. I ain't write this shit. This is the police report. Haroline. Did you see the ritual set up in the woods in Fort Bayou? No, Tootie. My family and I went there twice. I don't like Mississippi. I don't know why my folks won't leave there. Mm-mm. What you mean, Tootie? He had to jump the story and have control. Absolutely, Bradley. If you're picking up what I'm putting out there from their paperwork, hey, JS. I swear I thought Katie's sister said to her, and Katie last seen Nolan on with them boys and was telling him to get on that boat. And send it to me, Tootie. I just, Sheriff John, we got some questions. She said, Jennifer said we don't talk to Sheriff John. Ain't no need of Mr. Strickland being over here. She said, who had stated Wyatt had already spoken to the Jackson County Sheriff Department investigators earlier in the day, but would cooperate in any way that were needed. Officer Strickland was given verbal consent to view the Garmin GPS on Pyron's vessel. This is Wyatt. Officer Strickland observed the track line showing Pyron's vessel locations on Horn Island to narrow down the search for whales. The GPS displayed that the vessel was located near the western tip of Horn Island for the day. Did he say, what did the 911, let me play the 911 call. Let me make sure I started that. What part did he say, Cito call? Did he say they was on the western point? I just want to make sure I ain't putting that wrong. There was 5 after that time. Young man, no longer wells. I'm glad that this young man rests in a place in heaven now. Okay, Wardrick. Officer Strickland was notified that Jackson County Sheriff's Department was taking lead on the missing persons investigation. MDR officer would be in a supporting role for the remainder of the investigation. Look, they told Officer Strickland, quit going to them doors. Quit going, look. Officer Strickland was notified. After he did them GPS coordinates, he was notified that the Jackson County Sheriff's Department was taking the lead. That means fall back. We need you to fall back. Make sure I'm in the right place. On Sunday, July 5th, 2026, at approximately 800 hours, Lieutenant Colonel Bryce Jakes and Captain Jack Ewing with the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources launched patrol vessels. Admiral Dewey at Biloxi, a small craft harbor. Officers aboard the Admiral Dewey traveled to the northwestern tip of Horn Island in search of a reported missing person on the island. It was reported that an 18-year-old black male, Nolan Wells, did not return home from Horn Island the evening prior with the other people aboard the vessel. Wells' last known reported location was the northwest tip of the island. Upon approach of the island in the channel, a vessel signaled intent to speak with officers. Jackson Ewing. Aboard the vessel was Wells' former high school coach, later identified as Les George. George, why was you there? Why was the coach there? Because would it been like too much if the kids would have went back out there and they would have, so we need the coach to go back out there? Let me read this right, because I don't think I'm going to make it to Tuco Waters. This is crazy. Why am I yawning? It said, A vessel signaled intent to speak with officers, Jex and Ewing. Aboard the vessel was Wells' former high school coach, later identified as Les George, and Wells' parents, later identified as Christine and Elmore Wansley. Officer Jex and Ewing introduced themselves and exchanged phone contact information with George to, to stay in touch during the search. George explained that they okay, so let me because George might be cool. Hold on. Let me put a star by his name. George, it said George and other private citizens have been on the island on the northwest tip looking for whales. Jackson Ewan started an initial search of the southwestern shoreline and dunes to rule out any possibilities. Whales ended up there overnight. Okay, Tootie, I got it. Whales ended up there overnight. So you got the mom and them out here searching. Hey, Lovey, what's going on, baby? Someone said the Cordains given the sea toll was less than 700 yards from shore. Whales ended up there overnight. The search of the southwestern side produced no results. Jackson Ewing began the search by vessel, the waters surrounding the northwestern tip, looking for any signs of whale. At approximately 900 hours, Jex called MDR Captain Will Freeman, captain over investigation for drone search capabilities to respond to the island to assist. Observe search for whales, also, a patrol plane and Jackson County helicopter. Multiple privately owned vessels and the crew assisted in the search for whales. Approximately 12:30 hours, the Admiral Dewey and Jackson Ewan returned to the mainland to refuel. Captain Freeman, Lieutenant Kosovich, and the investigator Shay Smith aboard vessel 8822 stayed near the northwest tip of the island and continued to run drone searches for whales. Here's the assistant officers in the case: Jack Ewan, William Freeman, Bryce Jacks, Matthew Kosovich, Jack Husley, and Andrew McNair. Okay, let's get a timeline of the call. It said 5:26 at 10:05. Call created at 10:05. Original CAD 2607-0196. At 7:5, 10:13, Biloxi Fire would like to assist. At 10:14, Charity at BPD asking if they could help. 10:18, Keith of Harrison County, 2 beach patrol units and 1 marine patrol. Keith units are on their way at 10:34. MP3 advising that Biloxi Fire is at their location, advising that they can launch at 10:49. 10:53, Biloxi Fire radio check. 10:58, speaking with PR 210 in regard to hello en route. 12:40, starting first drone. 7/5/13/22, which is 1:22 p.m. Second location, second drone at 1:52 p.m. Done with drone flights, heading back in at 14:19, which is 2:19 p.m. on the 5th of July at Chimney Stacks, Horn Island. At 14:46 at 2:46 p.m. the call was closed. At 17:39 the call was closed. 7/8 call has been briefly reopened to allow any assignment change. What is this? Okay, well, they was knocking on doors. Let's get into these phone calls, y'all. And he's just drowned. They would have been saying that as well. Absolutely, Miss Boss Lady. Let's get into these phone calls. I want to play this audio of what Ben Crump had to say about this is when Miss Christine became so suspicious of hold on, y'all.
So she's suspicious because of those things, because you're saying, my son, they don't believe would have just stayed back because they said that was uncharacteristic of them. And then they're saying, and they don't think their 18-year-old son wouldn't have stayed back on the island without his cell phone because he has no means of communications. So those are the things that to them are very questionable. And as we say, they're not adding up. So it's those type of things that we're trying to get to the bottom of. Because, man, when our 18-year-old children and our children end up unalive in very questionable ways, a lot of times they just sweep it under the rug. I mean, you never find out what happened. And I think that's why so many people with this Nolan Wells case are engaged. I mean, you just think somebody had to see something. Somebody has to know something. I mean, there's so many people out there. How does nobody, if you say it's a drowning, nobody sees them go in the water, nobody tries to help them? I mean, it just doesn't add up, is what we're saying. The fact that I was very grateful to his parents, Christine, his mother, his father, Elmore, using the attention that they've gotten to help bring attention to other tragedies that were similar, where 18-year-old black boys end up being unalive, and there's so many questions about it. One such is Daniel Irvin that happened outside of Dallas, Texas. He, within 3 months of 4th of July, got picked up by his friends to go on, I guess, a fishing trip. He was the only black kid amongst them. I guess he allegedly accidentally drowns, and instead of his friends saying that initially, they threw away his cell phone, threw away his clothes, and deleted all of their text messages with him. Now, his mother and their family are going out of their mind, his mother Tamika, about where is my son? And the police don't seem to be helpful initially, which is an issue when black people go missing. It's not seem to be taken as serious. And we have a whole pattern of that with black people saying, you aren't concerned about missing black people like you are missing white people. And so his mother is begging them. And she has all the receipts where she's trying to get them to go search for her 18-year-old son, Daniel Irvin. And so it's 4 days later, after, I mean, it's becoming a big deal, like what happened to her 18-year-old son, that one of the boys and his parents come forward and they say, you know, we panicked, he drowned, he jumped into the water and he drowned, and we panicked, so we threw away his cell phone, threw away his clothes, and deleted the text messages. We lied about it, and that's kind of thing. Now we're telling the truth. And his mother is still not believing, because she said, my son was on the high school swim team. My son was really good in water. So how are you telling us that he drowned? I mean, if you lied about and deleted his text messages with you. You lied about throwing away his clothes. You weren't honest about that. You were not honest about his cell phone when you threw it away. So how can I believe you when you say I'm telling the truth about him drowning? I mean, it's just troubling, man. And so she's saying, no, she wants a grand jury. She wants people to look into this because she is not accepting that her 18-year-old son, Daniel Irvin, died from an accident drowning. She wants these to...
Stacey Turner, I forgot to add her to my characters. Give me a second. She's number 15. Stacey Turner, another one. Remember, Stacey Turner, y'all, the medical examiner. Daniel Irvin has drowned, but the friends have thrown the phone and everything away. But it's an accidental drowning, another accidental drowning like Nolan. And we wonder why they want to keep the first autopsy sealed. Not sealed. Anything but sealed. We're not giving a... If it ain't nothing on there but a drowning, why are we sealing the first autopsy?
Individuals to be zealously investigated. It took 3 months for them to even be charged with the tampering with evidence. Even after they came and confessed that they threw away a cell phone and his clothes and deleted messages. So that's what we're fighting for, is answers to how our children, these 18-year-old black boys, became unalived. And then the third one is even more mind-boggling. I mean, just mind-boggling. Tyler Smith in Lexington, Kentucky, also on 4th of July, was at a 4th of July house party. He's the only...
And when I go back home to Kentucky in a couple of weeks, you guys, I am going to be covering Tyler's story. I'm going to show you guys exactly where this party allegedly took place and everything like that. And we're going to go live about that there, okay?
African-American black kid there. He somehow is shot in his head, dead. 911 is called. The police come, and they say he accidentally shot himself because we were playing Russian roulette. And the police take their word for it. They don't do a gunshot residue on his hands. I mean, it's like...
And this is around some YTs, you guys. Tyler Smith in a room full of YTs. But the police in Lexington, Kentucky, where I am from, don't do gun residue on the hands of Tyler nor the kids. I was playing Russian roulette and he accidentally... Okay, you guys take it easy, okay? We'll get a corner in here and get the body out of the way, and you guys just take it easy and put those guns up, okay?
Investigation Forensics 101.
Okay, Brandon.
If you're claiming a person shot themselves or committed suicide, you do the gunshot residue test on their hand as if they got gunshot residue in their hands. But they told his mother and grandmother they didn't need to do that because they were playing Russian roulette. I mean, it's crazy. But it gets even worse. They say this is the gun he shot himself with. The police take it. They do an analysis. And then they come back and say, well, the cases that we found don't match the gun y'all say he shot himself with.
Wait a minute. The cases that we found for Tyler Smith with the YTs don't even match the gun that was used to even take his life. Sheila said, how many people believe the grand jury's findings will be sealed and we'll never see the autopsy? I agree.
So then the mother and grandmother say, yeah, I have to investigate everybody who was there. And they do that. And then after 7 days, they go to one of the young men's house and they surround it. And then he comes out and he volunteers that, well, this is the gun here. And they match it up and they show that this is the gun that killed Tyler Smith.
Oh, you got the wrong gun? Hold on. Let me go get it for you. Here you go. Here's this is the pow pow. Yeah, we gave you the wrong pow pow. Yeah, here it goes. What? Absolutely, Abs Rain. Absolutely. Then why would it be everybody's hands if only one person? Come on, y'all. Crazy, ain't it, TT? Oh, you got the wrong pow pow. Hold on. Let me give you the right one. Let me go in the house. I'll be right back, officers. Hold on. Here you go, officers. Yeah, that's the one. We thought the other one took his life. How many pow pows was involved? They gave y'all one. Y'all tested. Y'all didn't test the hands of the kids, and y'all come on. Okay, this the right pow pow. We're gonna test it. And if it ain't the right one, we'll come back and see if y'all got the other pow pow. Yeah, because this will be the second one. All right, you guys make sure y'all stay away from them pow pows, okay? And we sitting here trying to figure out why ain't nobody been arrested for Nolan in Mississippi.
Now imagine that. Imagine that. This is a person that took a gun away from the scene of the killing. I mean, and they only charge him with tampering with evidence. And his mother, his grandmother, and their family of Tyler Smith are saying, you're not going to charge them with the death of our child? I mean, if they didn't do nothing nefarious, why would they take the gun from the scene? And so it's those things that we are fighting to get answers for. To say, no, we want a full and fair and transparent investigation.
So, with Ben Crump being a civil suit, do he not get the paperwork? Do he not get to get the autopsy? I got a question for that. And then somebody said they want to do a live criminal versus civil. They want me to do a live criminal versus civil so everybody can get a better understanding of what that is. But do Crump not get a piece of that, like the autopsy is sealed against him too? Because that's strange. That's how you know they took his throat for a reason and wanted to put somebody else's shit there. Yeah, that's why I said they need to do a DNA test, TT. I 100% agree with that. Hey, Rose.
For Nolan
Drop
Wells,
your link, Rose.
for Daniel Irvin, and for Tyler Smith. If it was your child, wouldn't you want the same? So many conflicting stories, so many red flags. Based on what I'm hearing and what's being reported, it sounds like it could be foul play. Yeah, and that's what the families are saying. We want to know if foul play was involved in our children being unalived. That's what Nolan Wells' family is asking, because it's not adding up to them. And that's, the family of Nolan Wells is asking and trying to dot everybody, cross every T to see if there was foul play involved in their son being unalived. And that's all they're asking. And then Daniel Irvin's mother, she is saying, is there foul play involved in my 18-year-old child, Daniel Irvin, being unalived?
And I have another story out of Kentucky. Another black guy with only YTs. And his sister put a post up under his picture the last day he was seen alive with them. Hey, Precious, saying, we told him, quit going places alone with these YTs. But he wouldn't listen. They said his inner tube busted. He was on the inner tube that busted. Thank you, King Yada, for being a member for 15 months. Let me get to my next clip, guys.
Nolan Will's friend Warren Hudson, his dad came out with a 50K reward for anybody that got information on Nolan Wills. You heard about that? Yes. Yes.
That's my question. Why didn't y'all, if you was such good friends, why were y'all searching with Miss Christine and her husband? That's one. And for two, if y'all being accused, as Officer Tatum said, he said Miss Christine them accused Warren them of killing her son, remember? So if you accusing me of murder, why would I raise a dime for you and yours? You try to get me gone for life, and you.
Reverend Al Sharpton, Mr. Tyler Perry, Mr. Tara Owens, and now this person have all put up rewards for anybody who has information or answers about what happened to Nolan Wells. And so I say, good. If anybody else want to help us get to the truth of what happened to Nolan Wells, we will.
They really wanted Ben Crump to, let me tell y'all something. Y'all mad as hell that Ben Crump didn't say, we don't want their money. We don't want none from them. We don't, yeah, y'all, that's what y'all wanted. Ain't that sad how everybody run around saying justice for Nolan, but this is really what they wanted. They really wanted Ben Crump to say something negative about them taking up money. But don't get it twisted. I don't know what Ben thinking, but I'm pretty sure if I'm thinking it, Ben why now? And why didn't you put that's what I said, Kels. Why didn't the money come up from when everybody else was putting money up? But you got Officer Tatum over here saying that Nolan mom accusing them of unaliving her son. So why would y'all want to put up money? Y'all think I'm somebody gonna try to get me gone for life? Say I'm an arter and I'm gonna put up my money. Shh.
Because that's all his mother and father have been saying from day one. You personally, with all the information you know, what do you personally believe happened to Nolan Wells? Well, we don't want to speculate because we're representing the family when we want to investigate everything. But I will tell you, we got investigations going in every aspect of the case. Investigators are talking to people who call into the tip line. We have, audio engineer experts listening.
They got audio engineers. Tatum. They got their own engineers. They not going off of what Nancy Grace and Miss Netta said. Why you pushing that agenda of Miss? He got his own engineer. Shout out to Ben Crump. Shout out to Ben Crump. When I met Ben, I didn't get that. And my intuition don't let me down with people. I can meet you and I can already tell. My intuition is different. They said another guilt will make a person tilt. But y'all friends though, she said, right, why now? I been said that. Kels, I been said that.
To the CETO 911 audio tape. We also have oceanography experts looking at the facts of what has been put forth, that he was found primarily in the same place where he was apparently at. And so we're looking at the oceanography of the high tides and the low tides because, they move bodies back and forth. So, why wasn't his body discovered on Saturday or the next day then? Why would it take 2 days? We're asking every question, trying to answer every question because we want to get to the truth. And hopefully that's what other people should be doing versus trying to attack. Snapchat, it got its own rules, and after 24 hours, they delete the post, but it got to be some kind of way y'all can still get the content right. Well, that's a great question. What we did, we opened up an estate for Nolan Wells where his mother is over their estate, and we issued subpoenas to, all of Meta, Snapchat, all of the phone services, because we want that evidence to be preserved. Because what people were texting from July 3rd to, July 7th, July 8th becomes very relevant to, everything. I mean, young people texting, social media, what they were saying may help lead to some information that we can glean to some conclusions on certain things that happened on that night and in question that whole weekend. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be thorough in our investigation. Because it still got to be there, even though it's not on Snapchat no more. They still got to have it, right? Well, that's the good thing we believe about technology and digital footprints. You can always go find it. And so we are on a ferocious search for the truth. We're trying to dot every I. We're trying to cross every T. We're trying to look under every rock because we want to know what happened to Nolan Wells. There were 300, 400 people out there on Horn Island that 4th of July. Somebody knows something. Somebody saw something. We want to know. With all the people that was there, someone seen something. It doesn't make logical sense at all about what happened out there and nobody sees it. I mean, it defies logic in many ways. You said, hold on, people, out here they got videos, they got pictures, they got eyewitnesses to be able to testify to what they saw. And so that's what we want. And so we've gotten a lot of people to, call into the tip line saying what they saw and offer videos and offer photographs. So we're putting this together. I do believe we're going to find out what happened to Nolan Wells because too many people were out there. Somebody had to see something. And all we're saying, the reason why we're trying to keep this, in the stream of public consciousness and public facing, because we know through history, if we don't keep bringing the alarm, they just sweep it under the rug. They sweep the death of our children right under the rug as if their life didn't matter at all. But our children's life matters. Nolan Wells' life mattered. Daniel Irvin's life mattered. And Tyler Smith's life mattered. All our children, life mattered. Yeah, nothing.
All our children's lives definitely matter. Justice for Nolan Wells and his family, and stuff like that. We stand with you, Miss Christine. No violence, no nothing behind what I'm talking about. Just really wanting answers like y'all. And I'm just trying to bring clarity to the situation based off of what's been said. I hope y'all got y'all characters. I got my characters circled, the main ones and stuff like that, circled on this paper and stuff. And I've been taking my notes of the donors. Shout out to Terrell Owens, Tyler Perry, Colin Kaepernick, of course, always Al Sharpton and stuff like that. I really still want to know the agenda behind Warren and his dad. When you can't beat them, you got to join them. Okay? When you can't beat them, you got to join them. I will be back later on. I think I'm going to do my Desire Harris and David and Celeste live tomorrow and stuff like that. But tonight I'm coming back with Blueface content. I really want to talk about it. Switching lanes and stuff like that. And make sure y'all check out Switching Lanes. Shank Rock put a trailer out there. One thing about it is we are great business partners when it comes to our movement. But I think knowledge in Switching Lanes is trying to take Miss Parker out for good. We're going to see down the line with this new series of Switching Lanes. You get what I'm saying? So make sure y'all check out our series of Switching Lanes. I think this is going to be season 4. I think we did 3 seasons of Switching Lanes, but this is going to be season 4. And we have some new people joining Switching Lanes. We have an old character coming back, but I'm trying to get some new characters on Switching Lanes. But I got a character that's been worldwide and wreaking havoc through all of the YouTube algorithm, news, clips. And if you know who she is. She is going to be joining Switching Lanes. Shout out to her for wanting to participate in Switching Lanes. I got to send her script and stuff like that. So for y'all new to me. So, make sure y'all go check out our Switching Lanes series. Also, make sure y'all check out my backup channel as well, and stuff like that, because I think that's where I'm gonna go do my Blueface episodes over there on the backup channel. Then I'm gonna bring a little something more into that. I want to talk about a certain subject over there with you guys. That's why I be getting nasty and all that stuff. Like, my mouth is really relentless over there on my backup channel. Okay, so make sure y'all follow me. Make sure y'all follow Shane Croc. Make sure y'all follow Tisa Tales, Willie D, Nancy Grace, as they keep us up. Thank you, Time Ward. And leave a comment under there. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about that funky ass knowledge. Yeah, I don't like him. I think it's time for me to take him out. But I need somebody to help me. See, I can't be warning them. I got to keep my hands all the way clean. You know what I'm saying? And my alibi's got to be squeaky clean. And I'm really going to be out of town, unlike Bart. Okay? So salute everybody. Thank you guys so much for keeping our memberships for so long. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thanks for those who go over there and join me on my Twitch. Go follow me on Twitch, guys. Go follow me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all drop Big Red Divas a link. Grown folks conversation over there with her. I love her. But thank you, Big Red Diva. Nancy Grace is on there next. Make sure y'all stay up with Nancy Grace. Shout out to you, Miss Netta. Shout out to Nancy Grace's producer for clearing up that audio and letting America know there was no myth. And the narrative that Officer Tatum keeps reaching out. And again, Tatum, everybody's getting threatened. We don't give a damn. You're no different from Miss Christine or nobody else, Miss Netta or nobody that's getting threatened. We don't give a damn about your life. We just don't. You know what I'm saying? We do care about the lies that's being told over there on your platform. We definitely appreciate those because it gives us a better look at what happened to Nolan Wells. I think Nancy is a grifter. To hell with that demon. Okay, Law said to hell with you, Nancy. She don't give a damn what we saying. The hell with you, okay? I don't feel that way, but Lala definitely feels that way, and everybody's opinions is valued, okay? Yes, definitely my boy Secret Service Sam. Love some Secret Service Sam, okay? I will be back later on, maybe in a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a little bit more tipsy so I can really, get down when I do my content.
Miss Parker, the YouTube star, lighting up the screen, you know who you are. Bringing news you can use and a laugh or two. She's got the facts, the fun, and the realest view. With a voice so smooth and a smile so bright. She's shining like a beacon in the darkest night. Deep dives on the stories that really matter. She's breaking it down, cutting through the chatter. Pop and stay a while, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone. With a heart so big and an attitude strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard. Asking all the questions, never missing a word. Or a second to none. She's blazing like the sun. Miss Parker, the only one. She's got the news to amuse and the truth to reveal. Digging for the answers, keeping it real. For those who need a champion, she's standing tall. Fighting for justice, she's giving her all. With every upload, she's making a change. questions we all have, she's not afraid to ask. Uncovering the story, she's up to the task. With a laugh, a wink, and a spirit so true, Miss Parker's got the magic and she's sharing it with you. Pop in, say why, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone. With a heart so big and an act too strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard.